Hey, welcome. I want this to be a chill talk. Welcome to the train in my mind, my train of thoughts, the bullet that's going into my brain right now. Currently, I'm facing post-holiday clarity. It's just after Eid and Eid al-Fitr, and I feel pretty lonely. I kind of tried to, make this one feel a bit more special, I suppose, because I know after Eid al-Fitr, the holiday, I'd just be back in this hole instead of with my family usually. And right after, it feels really weird that they're gone now. Like, it's just this morning and I'm recording this tonight and it feels like yesterday because right afterwards I slept and I procrastinated all day and I only did one thing productive. And honestly, I do sleep and procrastinate in the hotel. Darn, I think I remember saying in the last Psycholog, I'm never gonna watch them again, they're cringe. Maybe I would, but I remember saying that I have PTSD right after holiday or most lab school trips because, I don't know, I went somewhere special. It's a very big event, I suppose. It's just another world or life or something. So I'm not in the right mind. And the hotel is definitely one of them because I know it's the only hotel that I go to or something. Whenever they're here, or just any hotel. I love hotels. The problem is that I don't have a bathroom with a water heater, so I don't feel very safe in it. And I just wish I had access to some bathroom. Damn it. And the only place that I trust are just hotel bathrooms. Maybe that's why, but I also have a lot of memory with the living room that was there. We ordered a living room, and you should look at the hotel coast review thing that I made. But yeah, lots of PTSD. It almost motivates me to buy a TV and just have it in the background, just have it playing in the background in my room, as well as a game console, just any of them, because the only entertainment thing that I have is just my laptop, and I don't know, it's driving me crazy that this is the only thing I interact with for most days, for most of the time in a day. Let me get some water. I just skipped 10 seconds. I got a notepad here. I'm gonna go through a list and I'm just gonna say stuff. Yeah, going back into the world of being a college student instead of the world of being with my family. It doesn't feel inviting because, well, college sucks, but also, because homework and stress, there's a lot of that. But also, I don't have any friends to go back to. If I just knew I had a group of people I'd hang out with, I'd be safe, but I still don't. I'll talk about that later, I guess. It's been 3 months, but there's no progress on that front. I'll talk about precure later as well. I think I got sick. Alright, first thing on the blocket. But that probably fixes the problem. But one thing that one reason why I make these videos is purely just to get what's on my mind out. That's just one of the reasons why. And I do that because that in itself helps my own situation, you know? Like, I just want someone to hear what I'm saying, and that helps me get through, even if it doesn't directly fix the problem. One of these examples would be Digibro's decompression chamber, and it's pretty much the same thing. It's just his thoughts. He's rambling about his own insecurities and other people. It's cool. I like Digibro in general. She's not who he was. Now, don't search up Digibro, thank you. Yeah, I don't actually want help. I just want to air out grievances. Okay, let me read this. You know what? I'll read them aloud while I'm going through the list. On Wednesday, I had a small fever, apparently. That I wrote this 2 months ago or something like that. I think I wrote this the week after or a month after. I wrote the first Psycholog, which was February. No idea. The last thing I did was retrieve some laundry, and I remember that because in the early days of being in my dorm, the only thing I did with my motorcycle was just retrieve laundry. One of them was because I had low gas, but the other was because I was scared of going to the main road. I'll talk about that later. Oh, this is when I watched the end of Evangelion. Yes, I remember this. This was March 10th. And, well, I was sick out of my mind. I was like extremely fatigued and had a bad fever. And I was stuck in bed. And this is the first time I had to deal with it myself because my family and parents weren't there. And what I watched was the end of Evangelion, very fitting. You should watch that. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Just search up Third Impact. Yeah, do that. Hell yeah. So, I mean, my parents tried to help as much as they did, and they brought me and they ordered a bunch of Gojek food, mostly McDonald's. And I thank them for that, as well as a bunch of medicine. The problem is, I couldn't eat the food immediately because I just had intense stomach pain. So I just ate it when it was cold, like hours after it hours after it came, like 5 hours after, who knows. And I also, well, I got a bunch of stomach pain again after I ate, and then after that I had to diarrhea all the food that I ate. It was a hateful cycle. I wasn't experiencing the symptoms that I expected when I was sick, like coughing or sneezing or vomiting, just very bad stomach aches. That was it. Oh, and also fever and fatigue stuff. Again, diarrhea. I was stuck in bed. I couldn't do anything. It felt really bad, but I don't know, it wasn't as worse as I thought it could have gone, I guess. I forgot what the medication was called, but it was incredibly strong. That's what I was given the impression of. And it worked immediately after a single, intake. I was told, hey, take 3 of these tiny pills, and it worked out. But after I took those medicines, I got a headache right after, and it was probably just a coincidence. And I think it was like a Saturday or something. I had math homework, and it took me the entire day. It took me 7 hours to do it. It was a pretty hellish sickness, but I don't know. I think it was pretty relaxing in hindsight, I guess. One more thing. I remember when I was sick, right when I did, it was kind of the genesis for when I started watching Precure. because I think it was just in my recommendations, even though I wasn't searching up for any magical girl stuff. I knew a friend of mine watched Precure, so I don't know, I just watched it. The Precure video was like every single Precure opening. And again, I was sick in bed, so I had nothing else to do, so I watched it. And it was okay. So you get the feeling when you just put a flashlight into your eyes. That's what I felt. It was incredibly bright and colorful, and I just couldn't take it. 2 months later, I can't believe I even had that feeling, because I love all the Precure openings now. Whatever. Besides that, in early dorm days, I hope this isn't boring, but I don't care if it is. In early dorm days in February, I had a bunch of motorbike problems. I couldn't. Let me drink. I had no gas, and I was incredibly scared of going outside. Using the motorcycle. I can go outside, but I only used to go check to go places. And that basically meant I was forced inside on holidays. And that was, one reason was because I had nowhere to go, basically, so I just spent the entire day in my dorm. There's also, besides just not having any reason to go outside, I had no gas either, so I was just like, why would I ever go outside? I don't have anywhere to go, just who cares? And I decided that maybe a way to make myself a bit more brave of going outside, using my motorcycle, was watch some anime called Super Cub, and it's in one of my college kitchens. And I just realized that my college kitchens are actually, like, all of my videos are a pretty good way to check what my life is going on right at that moment, even though it's not related to anything, even though it's not related to telling stories of my life or anything. But they are good for that. I remember this. It was a very early morning, and I just got gas. This is the story of me getting gas. It felt awful. I was perpetually clumsy, and it felt like I wasn't there. I felt I wanted to be a baby forever. And, that's another, yeah. I asked someone to accompany me go to the gas station, but he refused. He didn't want to be there at all. He was just like, why? He didn't say, oh, that sounds dumb, I don't want to be there, but he definitely implied, like, why do I have to be there? Just do it yourself. Okay, give me a sec. Oh yeah, raise. Okay, I'm almost done. Alright, 15 minutes. Okay, whatever. I could talk this out with someone that I know, but well, his problem, his solution to my problem of not having friends was that, the main theme is that I just have a lack of them, a lack of friends. And he says that a way to do it is to make a bunch of references to media that I like, and someone would understand the in-joke, and then we could start a conversation about it or something. Not a bad idea, not a pretty sound idea, honestly. I think it might work, but first, I haven't found a situation where that would be appropriate, for one. Another reason is definitely communication. Everyone speaks in Indonesian, and even sometimes Javanese, which I can't understand. I can't speak it, so I can't speak it well, but so they'd have to be on my turf, aka English, and no one does that. Well, except for one person. who is in my generation, and he's nice. He's nice enough to reach out to me because I speak. Oh, it was pretty embarrassing. I spoke English in front of a. Okay. I was in a conference call, aka Zoom, and we were doing an event as a as a department of system informations, and they thought I wasn't paying attention because I kept looking down in the Zoom camera thing. So they called out to me as like, "Hey, ask this person what his experience was during this." And they thought they would trap me. They thought they would embarrass me, and I did. But not because I wasn't paying attention or anything, but because I couldn't speak Indonesian that well. I just said, okay, I can't speak it, alright? And I just kept saying everything was interesting, whatever. They didn't really contact me after that, but this friend who did see me embarrass myself and speak English was like, hey, I'm here for you. You got any questions? I'll answer them. And I thought he was really nice. And some people really are just like that. I really don't want to say Kaoru from Evangelion, but he's such a cool person, and I find a lot of people like that. They just walk up to me, and yeah, that's just what happens. I'm in class, some person walks up to me, greets me, says, we're in the same group or something, right? And then what they would do is just bring me to my dorm. Like, hey, I used to Gojek to get here. Want me to just motorbike you home? That's really grateful. I'm really grateful. That's really cool, because I couldn't imagine myself doing that. I can't imagine myself in that position of helping other people at all. So that would take a great sense of generosity and camaraderie, but I don't have that yet. One more interesting tidbit about friends is that someone was just knocking on doors in my dorm, and I heard a knock on my door, and yeah, it's just a guy went in and he asked, hey, what are you watching on your laptop? I was watching like a top 10 precure analysis video. It was 2 hours long. And he said, oh, do you recommend this? Do you recommend precure? And I just said, hey, it's kind of like Kamen Rider, if he knows what that is. And lo and behold, he absolutely did. He watched, I think, I don't remember. He probably watched a few. He watched Kabuto, Decade, Forze. Those ones. Yeah, those ones. He watched quite a few. He also watched a bunch of anime. I kind of tested him. He definitely just watched all the popular ones like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan, but still cool that he watched Kamen Rider. And I asked him if I didn't know if everyone here was cultured or not. He said, well, there is a community in our department and our generation of anime watchers. But I don't know, I just can't find them, honestly. There isn't an immediate line or WhatsApp group. Actually, shoot, I got a bunch of interesting stories, huh? No, I don't. And I don't remember if I said this in the last Psycholog, but there's a very specific situation. Oh, wait, what got me here is that there wasn't a WhatsApp group for anime watchers, but there is a specific situation in a lecture with statistics students. Yeah, it was a statistics lecture, and we were asked, hey, what are your interests? What are you interested in? And after we asked the teacher, hey, there should totally be anime watchers. Hell yeah. Anime weeboos, dudes, otakus, and I was in that group, obviously. And yeah, I was in a group of people who watched anime. they were cool. And because it was statistics, we had to find data about all of us. So it's just the easiest way to know what everyone was watching. And yeah, we got to know everyone's favorite anime, how much anime they watched. Someone claimed he watched 700 or something. That's the amount Digibro did. But most of them were under my level, under my DBZ power level. I got 80, which is the second most besides that guy who said 700. Everyone else was 50. I think that was the third one, at most 50. And everyone was currently watching Demon Slayer Season 2 and saying Attack on Titan was their favorite anime. I think someone was watching the newest anime, and that was the only anime that I didn't recognize. Okay, I think I'm rambling. Yeah. Hard to ice break them. That's the next point. Yeah, I can't just say I watch anime up to them. I can't just walk up to them and say I watch anime. That's hard to do. That's cringe. And no, I can't find a situation where that would even be appropriate. Again, there's a really cool board game shop, and right after this holiday, I finally got the chance to go in there with my big brother and my little sister. And I gotta agree, it is a cool board game shop. We played like 3 games, and we only had 2 hours to do all that, so we only played 3. But I still want to go there again with a group of people that I trust and know and can get along with. I can't even find one guy who's willing to do that, so yeah. I'm just waiting for someone to say, hey, we want all of us to do something fun or something like to me, but no, that hasn't happened yet. I haven't, no one, oh, whatever. I'm not gonna dig myself a hole. Okay, I think it's time to get into the real big psychological stuff instead of tell weird, boring stories. Don't worry, you're in the good part. We're 23 minutes in. This is definitely a lot less interesting than Digibro's decompression chamber. I haven't listened to that in a while. I haven't listened to anything PCP in a while. I also don't care if anyone is listening to this at this point, but basically, at least in the early dorm days, I mean, currently I've improved a bit, but back then I was perpetually clumsy. That was the best way to describe, I don't know, my state of being, because I was just constantly in fear of absolutely everything, and I wasn't aware of even what I was doing wrong. Like, I knew I was doing something wrong, but I wasn't aware of it. For example, I would just go outside, put my motorbike key in my motorbike, and then I realized, oh crap, I forgot my dorm keys. Shoot. Oh, there's also a gate at the ITS thing. I need to get my gate card. Whoops, forgot all that. Then at the class, shoot, the pencil case, where did I put that? I forgot to bring it. I can't write anything. Just, I'm not aware of what I'm even doing wrong, so I can't fix it, at least until that happens. There's also a sense of professionalism everyone extrudes. Of course, I don't have that yet. Like, for example, at a gas station, I'd be like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? I need to open my motorbike seat and then untwist the thing, put the lid of the gas thing somewhere, say, oh, wait, I'm supposed to tell you the price of how much I'm willing to pay for the gas. Forgot to do that. Oh, well. It's not that serious, but it's definitely like there's a lot of things everyone just is in the know already, but I'm not, and no one's there to like guide me into it. this is part of the next point, which is being constantly in fear. And also part of I'm not mature enough yet. I just want to be in the safe umbrella of with my family who do everything for me. And that's definitely in the part of the first video, Psycholog 1. For example, I'm scared of motorbiking. I'm scared of going outside in general. There's a lot of people I have to interact with, and I don't want to interact with them because I'm... after that, it's quizzes. I absolutely suck at getting all of the stuff in the lectures because I procrastinate and I'm a ADHD fella. Normally I get a lot of stuff done, but I don't know, it's normally post-lecture when it's very urgent. And I'm just, well, I'm not academically have that intuition or that smart or innately talented in doing math or physics stuff because I practically brute forced my way into ITS while the others are like, you know, they actually are smart because they worked to get here. I think it's just because I did a really good interview with the English speaking guy. It was for it doesn't matter. It was an English interview for ITS, and I did really good. Because I said I migrated from England, and my father went to Chester University, and it turns out the lecturer also went to Chester University for something. So that's cool. Another thing is that my value of, like, success is very... No, not value of success, just any little success is, like, really good. You know? Like a class turns online. That's cool. That's not my own actions. It's just the teacher saying, hey, the class is online now. Good. I picked up my own laundry. Hell yes. I did something in front of class for active points. That's the only good thing I did. And I also did an interview for Kendo. I did awful at it, but I feel good anyways because I did something. And yeah, like, I guess my general state of being is doing nothing. And whenever I do something, I feel really happy, even for stuff that is already expected of people, like, I don't know, talking, going outside, buying food for yourself, because all I do is just order Gojek from the insides of my dorm. Yeah. Again, maturity, I just want to sleep. I mean, I just want to hide behind someone who does everything for me. I can still do things, but not, I don't know, talk to people. Another thing, and this is the last thing. I mean, this isn't generally for college, but if I have free time, I'm going to waste all of that free time because I keep thinking about what I should do with my free time. Because, I mean, and then it's all wasted. So, like, watching stuff, you know, anime and, I don't know, Better Call Saul. I could do a lot better than that. I have math and physics quizzes I feel like I should study for because they're coming up, but not until a while later. And I've already done these classes and assignments, and I just want to relax. But then I keep thinking, oh, what should I do? I don't want to waste this time because otherwise I'm doing assignments or studying. It's like, shoot, should I watch something? But no, I could do something better, something productive, make a video, whatever. And I think this is related to psychological concept and psychology of whatever, loss aversion or the illusion of choice. When, no, not illusion, like over choiced, because you'd want to do the best thing that you can with that amount of time. You don't know what the best thing to do is, so you just think about what it is, and then you just waste all the time that you should have been doing something instead of just nothing. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, Precure. I love Precure. Precure has been basically my crutch, my crux, and it's been the hole in my heart. It's filled the hole in my heart that I had this entire time. I watched it right when I started watching it, right when I was like sick. That was basically the lowest point in my life, being sick, alone, stuck in bed and doing nothing. And then I watched a few episodes. I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever watched. And I just kept watching it. I guess anime do be watched when you have a bad time in your life. You can pretty much just watch anything like at a bad time in your life, and that'll be the best thing you've ever watched. Ray watched Plastic Memories, and that is the worst thing I've ever watched. But he really likes it, so who cares? Good for him. Precure is actually good, though, I swear. I remember when I was going into class, like on my motorcycle, all I was thinking about is just like the earworm of the happiness charge opening being like, Minna kokoro ni kagami wa motte iru yo. That part, it's really catchy. God, it's so good. Speaking of which, the Precure thing, it's pretty much gone. I mean, my obsession with it is over, and after watching 150 episodes / 3 seasons of it, it's fading. But I'll definitely still watch other seasons. I love it. Give me a sec. Happiness Charge, Precure, sweet. I'm currently on the 10th episode of Go Princess, and that's all 160 episodes of anime. Yeah. Another thing I've been watching is Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. And I've watched season 1 of both of those, and they are great seasons of television, and that's it. Watching American TV drama like that's really down to earth and serious with Precure is the best position in life. Never mind, I'm not depressed. Thank you, goodbye. Especially with all those memes of Breaking Bad anime memes being replaced with Breaking Bad. I think it's funny because, American, like this drama with really serious characters and depth and development, and then it being placed next to anime memes, and anime being known as the genre with the least amount of seriousness and development and actually good stuff. Not bashing on anime though, I love it. But yes, that is the impression that you get from anime. That's it. That's it, right? Okay. If you're still here, comment. I love Precure. No. I don't know why, but randomly I just say Better Call Saul because it's catchy, I swear. Thanks for sticking out this far. I'm trying to think what makes sense. Oh, okay. Comment. No one cares about your feelings. And I would know you've watched this far. Okay, we're done here. Thanks for listening. If you are this far in, oh gosh, 35 minutes. I knew it was long. I'm not gonna edit this. Goodbye. See you on the flip side. See you when I'm not depressed. I can't press it. Oh no. Press it. Oh no. Press it. Oh no. Press it. Oh no. Press it.